We first came here last summer when we decided that because we only have one Japanese class a week on a Wednesday, we decided that that wasn't enough for our language because we would kind of have forgotten a lot of the words the next week. We decided to start coming here and just kind of trying to talk to each other just to keep up the levels and to make sure that we don't slip behind or anything. Sometimes we might just go over vocab from the week before. Sometimes once or twice we've just sat there and talked for a couple of hours, maybe talked about a few things to do with Japanese. So it kind of ranges from very intense, usually before an exam or something, to quite lax around summertime.
I think the fact that there's a social aspect to it as well, it just makes it okay to come every week, and you're studying but you're also socializing, so you're getting the two in one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're relaxing, you're in an environment that you like to be in, and you're getting some work done.
Japanese is probably one of the more interesting, I think, because of the cultural differences from Ireland to Japan. Lots of Irish people have some knowledge of the Japanese culture, so it is a really interesting language, I think, because of that.
At this point, we don't consider it as a subject for our leaving cert. We just think it's a language that we're learning, and the leaving cert is just a nice bonus at the end of that. I think to Kishta really